Hello, this is Jack from Gambling Insider, and today I'm here with Adam Day of Bayes. Thank you very much for joining me, Adam. I appreciate that. Thanks for your time. So, to begin things, how do you help your clients to increase their revenue?
Good question. So Bayes Esports, just for those that maybe don't know, we sit at the heart of esports data. So we effectively have the exclusive rights to the majority of Counter-Strike and Dota 2 esports tournaments. We work with those tournament organizers, we have the exclusive rights, and we take all of that data and we turn that into a product set. So effectively we can provide that live data to customers that create odds or risk management services. We also have a probabilities business. We're a data science team that uses the live data to generate probabilities. And then we also have an odds marketplace, which is a mix of our own auto-traded odds built on the live data and suppliers who provide us an odds feed as well. So it acts as a bit of a marketplace for customers to procure odds. So effectively anybody in the industry who's looking to monetize esports, wants to add esports to their sportsbook, that's what we're helping our customers to do, is to get access to the most premium betting relevant esports content that there is and help them to monetize that. And that is Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2 for the most part.
Okay, got you. Yeah, very interesting. And how do you think, in your opinion, gaming companies can maximize their potential when it comes to esports, given it's a fairly new territory?
It is, and it's a strategic investment as well. So obviously companies, sportsbooks need to take a longer term look. Obviously traditional sports is never really going to disappear, but more and more you're seeing the rapid growth of esports just in terms of playership, viewership, and then obviously people want to be able to bet on that as well. And we're seeing the trajectory of that age demographic now that's starting to come in and be betting on esports. They want to be able to swap between both traditional sports and esports. So you can't run a sports book without having a complete offering. And so I think it's really important as well that sports books that want to be successful in esports are taking it seriously, working with official data, and obviously we're the exclusive official data provider for the vast majority of that betting relevant content. So take it seriously, work with somebody like a Bayes or the partners that we enable with our official live data. And I think it is an investment that you want to say, we know we want to have esports as part of our catalog. And we see really good growth opportunity in the future coming from customers who are very expensive to acquire and get them onto your sports book. If you don't have a compelling, engaging, really interactive experience around esports betting, then it's likely that customer, if they want to bet on esports, will drop off and go to another site. So from a customer retention perspective and long-term growth, really important that you can have that customer stay engaged and be able to bet on esports as part of a complete package.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And you slightly touched upon this in your previous answer. I'm going to ask the big question. Do you think there will ever be a time where esports betting overtakes traditional sports betting?
I don't have a magic wand or a view into the future. I wouldn't have thought so, but I think naturally it will continue to close the gap. I think sports like Premier League, soccer, football in America, basketball, they're compelling, engaging sports that people, such massive viewership numbers around the world, and they generate incredible amounts of revenue from the betting side of things as well. That's naturally going to continue to grow. I think you'll start to see esports very much closing the gap, particularly, as I say, in terms of the demographic shift. I think the prime age group at the moment for esports betting is that 27 to 35 age range. They obviously continue to grow. They get older, and as they get older, perhaps a little bit more money to spend as well on betting. So I think that naturally lends itself to more people who have come from a traditional sort of betting experience built on esports, becoming much more of the market share of the people that you're trying to attract to your sportsbook. So the gap will close. Whether it ever overtakes, who knows? Possibly in a few hundred years.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't have a crystal ball, but that's a good answer nonetheless. What kind of more generally do you envision taking place over the coming months in the esports industry? What developments do you think we're going to be seeing?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the biggest titles in terms of betting relevance for esports is Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2. Yeah. We continue to focus on acquiring more and more of the official rights for those tournaments and those titles. Yeah. But we're starting to see a big shift as well in terms of other titles becoming more relevant. So from an esports perspective, and this is for viewership and fans, not just betting, but betting clearly is important on this topic, Esports World Cup, as an example, that will be happening towards the end of the year. I think there's about 19 other titles outside of Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2. So that starts to become a really exciting opportunity in terms of viewership for a really big international kind of event built around esports. So I think we'll see more and more titles. You also see some games that are being developed with esports front of mind. They're almost being developed for a viewing experience. Yeah. and a tournament experience, as opposed to maybe how games were thought of in the development phase earlier on. And then on the data front as well, and some of the partners and suppliers we see here at the show, I think we'll continue to see a consolidation of the market. I think there'll be a handful of providers that have access to this official live data and are creating some incredible products off the back of that. And then obviously selfishly for us, when it does come to the betting experience, we're seeing more and more trends around audience engagement. Right. So we talked about customer acquisition, how hard it is to get somebody onto your site. How do you then keep them there? It's not just about having a complete sports book, it's also about the other tools that you can put around that, like visualization type tools. So widgets, video streams embedded into your sportsbook that just create a different experience for a bettor when they're on there. And we've been spending a lot of time working on those types of products, which we're excited about seeing rolled out to more of our colleagues and friends here in the industry.
Awesome, yeah, very thorough answer. Thank you for that. And you touched upon products at the end there. Can you tell us anything about any new products or services that you may be working on at the moment over at Bayes?
Yeah, so I mean, last year we launched a few newer products as well that we're seeing really exciting growth for this year. So at our core, we've provided live data to a lot of the sportsbooks and B2B organizations. Last year we launched probabilities as a service built on our data science team. And we're also really excited now about our evolution of our odds marketplace. So an in-house auto-traded odds feed we're developing, but also, as I was saying, we're building this marketplace where a customer, a sportsbook, with a single integration with Bayes, will have access to multiple odds and risk management providers that we bring online. So we're really excited about that. The audio-visual tools that I mentioned about engagement, they're all about driving more revenues for our customers as well. And then in terms of forward-looking and other things we're looking at this year, there's some really interesting things happening on the product front. Think things like video clips and being able to very quickly, in kind of almost an AI-generated way, be able to say, hey, this headshot happened at this particular moment when these last teams met. How do I instantly get a video feed of that I can start to think about how that becomes part of a broadcast feed or part of a tournament experience? So some really interesting things around video that we're looking at as well. And then outside of products, but closely connected, distribution. It's one thing to acquire the live data rights, then build a product set on top of that. That means you can serve customers at every part of their journey as a sports book. But how do you actually reach them at scale? And we're also excited about announcing a few new distribution partners as well that are well known across this industry that give us the ability to reach even more customers.
Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, very exciting times ahead by the sounds of it, and we look forward to keeping up with it. Adam, thank you very much for your time. Very much appreciated, and I look forward to hearing more from you in the future. Thank you, Adam. Cheers.
Appreciate it.